everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a get ready with me and a makeup look. I have really wanted to do a lilac eye makeup look for a while, as in like 2 or 3 days honestly, but today I'm finally getting around to it. I woke up and felt like I still had the day, so I am going to be doing that, and let's, I guess, just get started. It is going to be a rather informal video, just kind of like updates and stuff like that, and my first step is to stay hydrated. If you want clear, glowing skin, you need to stay hydrated. I know my skin is going through some rough bits right now, but for the most part the active breakouts are gone, but definitely left some redness, discoloration, some scarring behind, because I can't be trusted not to pop anything. So the first step I guess I'm going to be doing is taking some e.l.f. blotting paper and just kind of trying to get rid of the excess oil on my face. I only like to use one because I know that I have a lot of oil on my face, but my next step does also kind of take care of that, and that is using this moisturizer. If you have oily skin, and I mean like really oily, then this stuff is amazing. I don't believe Ulta sells it anymore, which is so sad, but it's so good. I would actually buy it from Tony Moly. Like, I love this stuff. This, I mean, it's in Korean. This is from the brand Tony Moly. I believe it's called like the Sebum Control Moisturizer or something like that. If you find the taco line on the Tony Moly website, you should be able to find this product. Last I checked, which was maybe a month ago, you could still find it. I will double check on that. But this stuff is just so good. Like, I'm almost out of it and I'm so sad. But this is like super moisturizing, and yes, when you have oily skin you feel like you don't need to moisturize, like at least that's how I felt, but moisturizing is just really good for your skin, and this stuff like absorbs the oils in your skin, I guess. But when I use this, and I try to use this every morning, even when I'm not wearing makeup, and it just keeps I feel like it keeps my face just super hydrated and matte throughout the whole day, or maybe not the whole day, but for a long time. But I like to use a generous amount, but not too much, because it still has to absorb into the skin. I've never ever finished a whole moisturizer before, but this is fantastic. I love it so much. I'm also going to moisturize my lips. My favorite lip balm at the moment are these EOS stick ones. I just think that the stick EOS are just so much easier to use than the chunky egg ones, but also just this particular formula, which is the mint kind, is just, it's so nice. Like, I found that my egg EOS, like, they go bad, and it just like, it doesn't really work. It's too, I don't know, whatever they put in it, I'm guessing to keep its shape, is just like not vibing with my lips. This stuff is so nice, so like moisturizing, and it lasts a long time. It doesn't fade from my lips easily or quickly. So let's get into face now. For the primer, I have my favorite, which is the Too Faced Hangover Primer. This is a coconut water based primer. So it is silicone free, which when I was first starting out in makeup, I hated the feel of silicone on my skin. Now it doesn't bother me too much, but it's still not my favorite. So this is still my favorite primer I have tried. Although I have tried Base Tape by Tarte, and it actually has a very similar feel to this, which is just like a really nice water-based kind of primer. I love this primer because even though it does tend to feel a little bit sticky once it starts settling into the skin, like that's kind of what I feel like you should want out of a primer, is that it's sticky so that it holds on to your makeup throughout the day. But I really like this primer. I have the little mini travel version and it's great. I think it's great. For setting spray, I'm going to use its counterpart, which is the Hangover 3-in-1 setting spray and replenishing primer, but I don't use it as a primer, and I don't tend to use it as a primer because I feel like it doesn't do what the other primer does, so I would rather use the other primer. I'm just wetting this NYX sponge. It's got a funky shape to it. I like it. And I'm going to go in with the Tarte Face Tape foundation. This is in the shade 12N, which is fair neutral. I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, and now I'm going to pick it up. I don't know why I'm trying to look in the viewfinder because I can't see myself. Whip out my mirror. If this is your first time on my channel, I'm extremely nearsighted, so it might be kind of annoying not being able to always clearly see what I'm doing. But that's why I don't call this a makeup tutorial. Actually, this foundation is sitting really nicely on my skin right now. It doesn't always, let me tell you that. And I don't know if it's because of my skin or my foundation, honestly, because my skin has been acting up. So I'm going to take any kind of excess foundation that I have on the back of my hand and use it sort of like a concealer and tap it into places where I feel like I need a little bit of extra coverage. I believe this is probably a medium to full foundation, more on the full side, because this stuff does cover pretty well. And I find that even just 2 layers, because I put that initial layer on and then I'm putting this one on, and like any kind of redness I have, for the most part, it's just flat out gone. So if you're looking for a good full coverage foundation that you don't need to layer a million layers up on, this might be one to consider. For me and my oily skin, it works really well. Okay, so now that I have the base done, I'm going to wipe off the excess foundation, or I will get it all over myself and my bedding and just everything. Now I am going to move on to concealer, which is the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm going to use this quite sparingly because I know that the foundation worked pretty well as a concealer. And I don't want to do too many layers of face, because I feel like it just, when you start doing too many layers, it gets kind of cakey and obvious and just now that I am pretty much as pale as I can possibly be, I'm going to powder. What powder did I, oh, I grabbed the Shape Tape setting powder. This is a little like trial version that I have not even opened yet. I just like cleaned all of my brushes the other day, so I have a lot of options to choose from. I use this Ulta bag from the Avengers collection to store all of my brushes because I just have a lot. I'm going to take this Moda Pro pointed blush brush, and I mean, it seems good enough for me for powder. Tap in and tap the excess off very gently, and then just kind of tap it on, and my eye started watering, so that's great. I like to powder around my eyeballs first, just because I know that they need the most help in anti-creasing areas. And my nose needs a lot of help in the oil control department. Dangerous part about that whole process was that I was not looking in the mirror the whole time. Everything does look nice though. Clearly this is my first time using the powder, so I do really like that it didn't make anything look especially textury. Clearly, I believe that this powder was made to play with this foundation really well, and I think that it does. It looks really nice. It really gave me a flawless finish. I don't mind that. I really enjoy this powder, and I wonder, I just dumped it all over my shirt again. I'm curious to see how it will play with other foundations other than the one that I'm feeling like it's clearly meant to play with, because it's all part of the Face Tape, Shape Tape line. Clearly it's all supposed to work together, but I'm just curious to see how these products will work with other ones. Next, ooh, let's throw things. Let's go into blush. I'm going to be using a Kylie blush. This is Baddie on the Block, and I just thought it was stunning. Like, I think that's such a pretty color. I'm going to use this BH Cosmetics. This was a collab with the YouTuber It's My Ray Ray. I love her. This is brush number 1. And it just looks like a nice big fluffy brush. And I might as well just use the mirror that comes with the thing. Give myself a little bit of a a TikTok flush. And I think that the TikTok blush is really cute. I don't know, I didn't do it super intense or anything, but this is my blush. And then I'm going to use an e.l.f. matte bronzer. This is Forever Sunkissed. And this is like a really nice kind of mild bronzer for me. Not going to use the same brush. I'm going to use this one. This is a Crown brush, which if there was any sort of identification on it, it is long gone. Ooh. Very pigmented bronzer, just saying. I'm just gonna kind of blend them together. I don't like to use a lot of bronzer, that's why I did blush first, because I do have a tendency to go a little overboard with the blush, so I can blend it out with the bronzer. Also going around the forehead, pretending I see the sun. This bronzer might be a little pale for me, just being honest, but I don't hate it. I'm gonna add just a dash more blush to one side because I feel like I didn't do a very good job. Just kind of further blending the two together. Now I feel like I have to go back in with the bronzer. This is a back and forth I will never ever win. I'm just gonna stop there before I just ruin everything. My next product is another Kylie product. This is the Kylie highlighter in the shade True Mama. This was from the Cocoa collection and I thought it's just stunning. I really like Chloe as a person, so I did purchase, like, I've bought all of the Cocoa Kylie products because I love them. I'm going to take this Luxie 660 Precision Foundation brush. Seems a little like loosely packed to be foundation, but that's just my opinion. And I'm just going to put some highlight on. You can probably see the highlight better than I can, honestly. But that's highlight. Let's see. I think I'll do brows. So first I have this ColourPop pencil. This is ash brown. So it's like a really dark brown, but still a brown actually. First I'm going to brush them. I think this is the best I'm going to be able to do. I feel like it didn't do much, but that's alright because I've got a brow mascara here that I'm going to just set everything in place. This is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in Espresso, which seems a little light. I always feel like when I do my eyebrows and I don't have like anything else on, like my eye area, it just looks absolutely insane. Now comes the time where I ruin everything. Well, first I'm going to use this Tarte Double Duty Beauty Shape Tape Eye Primer. This is an eye primer like crayon stick. Alright, so I'm gonna just be honest, it is a little weird to use because it like is sliding all around my eye, but I did tap it in as best I could, and we'll see if the shadows adhere to it or if they just decide to shift around like the primer did. So for the Lilac eye, I have 4 things that I might be dipping into. All of them I might be dipping into a few of them, but basically the lilac shade that I kind of want to get all over the lid is this one here. However, I did find a beautiful lilac in this Galaxy Chic palette. This Cosmic shade and the Milky Way shade, both are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I think I might build up the base lilac with this and then use the shimmer from this. But I also have this Zodiac palette. The Galaxy one and Zodiac are both from BH Cosmetics. And in this Zodiac palette, I saw some pretty purple matte shades up here that I was really into, so I might be dipping into this one. I think I'm going to ignore the ABH palette. I watched Desi Perkins do a lilac tutorial. It was like a rose gold lilac, and she used a lot of shades from this palette. I'm thinking that the eye look that I want is not as rose gold as hers was, and way more just purple. So I'm just going to dip into these shades, I believe, to start, because this has that really great purple and then kind of a mid-tone and a darker, but I like the darker purple from the Zodiac a bit more. I feel like it goes better. So I'm just gonna play with these first. So first I'm going to go in with kind of the lightest lilac shade and put it all over as a base kind of shade to work with. Now I'm going to take, with a different brush, I'm going to take this kind of fluffy blending brush. This is an It Cosmetics all over shadow brush apparently, but I'm going to take it into the this purple shade, which has a lot of fallout, and I'm going to very, very gently add that to the crease. Next, I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush and just dip very gently into this purple shade, this one here over by Cancer in the palette, and I'm just like ever so gently going to put that in the outer V. So every time I do my makeup, it makes this eye in particular like cry like crazy, and I can't do anything to stop it. Does this happen to anybody else, or is this just me? Now I'm going to take it just like a dash, the tiniest dash of the darkest purple in this palette, and see if I can get just a bit more depth out of this, like a smoky violet lilac. It's kind of what I was going for. Next, I'm going to go back in with that first brush and take that first shade and kind of blend it back in. Yeah, I like this, and I think I'm going to go in with the Galaxy palette and just on my finger gently like tap it on. And then with a little bit of Cosmic in the middle. I think that's really pretty, actually. take a clean, completely clean blending brush and just kind of like give it a once over. Using that first brush and shade, smudging it on the lower lash line. I am like kind of impressed with what I've made. I really like it. So now just please excuse me while I go and do the other eye, and let me take these swatches off before I get them all over my shirt, which I'm impressed that I haven't already, honestly. Okay, and that is the eyeshadow done. I think it still looks really strange, but also kind of cool. I'm going to take this Maybelline Master Precise liner and give myself a wing. Somehow the eyeliner gods were on my side, and I was able to put my eyeliner on relatively easy. Next, let's do lashes. And I've been meaning to try out this Bad Gal Bang by Benefit for a while, so we'll just see how this goes. Right off the bat, I feel like this formula is really liquidy, which is good and bad. It depends on what you like in your mascara. However, I do feel like this is like super lengthening. Like my lashes look super duper long, which is really cool. I'm just gonna let that dry for a minute, then I'll add a second coat, see how it does with layering and getting my finger all over it. I'm going to go in with the second coat of Bad Gal Bang now. Second coat is still a little like the first coat still felt pretty wet. So I really do like this mascara. It is very wet though, and it builds wet, so it did clump up a little bit. I'm going to add a bit of this waterproof top coat because my eyes are watering a lot. This top coat, by the way, is from Ulta. I really, really like this waterproof mascara top coat. It doesn't really seem to change. It doesn't make my, like, it doesn't change the mascara underneath, as in it doesn't make it extra clumpy. It doesn't change the length. It doesn't do anything other than add a waterproof element. So I do highly recommend this, especially because it's Ulta brand, so it's super cheap and affordable. So all that's left is lips, and I was thinking, what kind of lip do you do with a lilac eye? So I decided to do a nude, and I have never tried this as a nude on me, but I'm going to give Posy K a try. I really, 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 really have always wanted Posy K in my collection, and I finally got it, and now I'm gonna try it. So I think this color is a perfect nude on me. It's kind of coming off a little redder on camera, but it's like just perfect for me. I love it. It looks, I think, fantastic. So that is the completed look. Thank you for getting ready with me, for having me on in the background while you were getting ready, or however you watch these videos. I had a lot of fun with this one. It's been a lot of fun to kind of get back into makeup since I haven't been on for a while, and I really haven't done much makeup in the meantime. I don't know why I'm moving everything over here, but I am. I'm just keeping busy, I guess. Here is a close-up of the look. Sorry if it's shaking. I have this on a selfie stick right now. Here are the lips. They're lips. But the real moneymaker are the eyes, which I think came out really nice. Let's take a look at the good eye and not the eye that's been watering this whole time. And by good eye, I mean I still kind of messed up my liner and all of that, but this is what it looks like, and I really, really do like this mascara. I think that mascara has made my lashes look super long and voluminous, which is really cool. But this is what the eye looks like, and this is pretty much almost exactly what I wanted. I kind of wish that I did it like a full matte eye look, but I've never done like a full matte eye look, so maybe that's my next project. If you want to see a certain color, go ahead and leave a color down below and I will definitely do it. Why not? It seems like a lot of fun, and I have plenty of matte shadows in order to accomplish whatever color is chosen. I thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys again in a new one, hopefully quite soon. Bye!